It is very, very rare that I am pleasantly surprised, especially with something that is coming out of the WNBA dump. Normally, when we are talking about the dump divers in the WNBA, the sentiment is overwhelmingly negative. We could be talking about the mainstream media and their obsession with making Angel Reese the Rookie of the Year. Now, if the award was given to the player who missed the most wide open layups, which are referred to as dunks in the WNBA, if the award was being given to that player, Angel Reese, clear winner. Matter of fact, she would be the MVP of the league. We could be talking about the jealousy and resentment of Caitlin Clark that was prevalent throughout the WNBA at the beginning of the season, or maybe we are talking about the record-breaking season in the WNBA. Well, Casey, are you talking about their television ratings? This league has proven to be a huge draw. No. Believe it or not, even though Caitlin Clark is a cultural phenomenon who is well on her way to becoming an icon, well, actually, Katie Rue Clark is already an icon in the WNBA because this is a league who has never had an iconic player capable of capturing mainstream interest. But even with Caitlin Clark, the WNBA, they have not set record ratings this season. The most watched game is still from the late 90s. The broken record I was talking about was Kat Engelbert finding another unique way to lose record-breaking money. Instead of losing the usual $10 million this season, the dump, they are on pace to lose $50 million. That's great! Normally, our conversations about the WNBA overwhelmingly negative, but today, I am going to share a positive story with you guys. Today, I am going to give credit to Angel Reese for refusing to bite into the shit sandwich that some doofus from the media was trying to serve her. Unlike Eve from the Bible, this Angel, she refused to succumb to temptation and she rejected the forbidden fruit. Which, as you guys know, the forbidden fruit in the woke Bible is Don's lemons. And the serpent, he's not tempting Eve since she is choosing to identify as Steve. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. There used to be a time, and it wasn't all that long ago, when sports and politics were completely separate from each other. Sure, there were instances in the past where an athlete might get political. Muhammad Ali stepping away from boxing because he didn't support the war in Vietnam. I think it was Tommy Smith and John Carlos doing the Black Power salute in the Olympics in the late 1960s. Albert Pujols and Tony La Russa, they attended one of Glenn Beck's rallies back in 2010. But for the most part, these were all one-off situations. These were individual athletes taking a stand for whatever they believed in. It wasn't entire leagues choosing a side, which is always bad business because you're never going to please everyone. Matter of fact, more than likely, you're going to piss off half your customer base. This all changed around 2016 when Colin Kaepernick traded in his helmet for a set of knee pads and started his retirement plan by kneeling for the national anthem. Dozens of players throughout the NFL, they followed the lead of Colin. Who could forget the summer of woke love in the NBA in 2020, where Adam Silver and LeBron James told supporters of Donald Trump, "We don't want your business." I guarantee you, if you had the chance to speak to Adam Silver off the record and you asked about one of his biggest regrets as NBA commissioner, I guarantee you, allowing the NBA to embrace the woke wiener in 2020 is at the top of the list. Because the NBA, they have never recovered from it. Here we are 4 years later, and the NBA, they are not anywhere close to where they were in 2018 and 2019. Major League Baseball embraced politics. The NHL, they went through a phase where they were promoting the gay pride. Meg Rapinoe, she became a household name by apologizing for white privilege and pretending to combat mythical racism. But of all the leagues that embrace politics, you can make a strong case that no league was more political than the WNBA dump. To be honest with you, I think most people had forgotten that the WNBA was still in existence before they started preaching the good word and spreading the woke faith. Now, on one hand, it gave the WNBA some much needed attention. The problem is, it didn't translate to ratings. All it did was confirm the preconceived notion that the WNBA sucks. Yesterday, Angel Reese and the Chicago Bravado, they were practicing for their upcoming game against the Female Sons from Connecticut. Well, KC, when is this exciting contest? I would love to watch this amazing display of athleticism. Well, if you're in Connecticut, there are plenty of seats still available if you're willing to part with $100 to watch what the WNBA refers to as basketball. Or you could pay for WNBA League Pass. Unfortunately, that's the only two ways to watch the game because, once again, the Chicago Bravado, they're not on national television. After practice yesterday, Angel Reese, she was taking questions from the media. Since most players on the court are anonymous, I guess media outlets feel the need to match this anonymity by sending unknown reporters to cover the unknown players in the WNBA. Most of the questions from the media, they were centered around basketball. I mean, makes sense, right? You're a basketball reporter talking to a basketball player standing on a basketball court. It's only logical that your questions would be about basketball. I mean, you're not going to ask Angel Reese, how do you feel about the passing of Richard Simmons? Oh, I didn't know Dick Simmons. Is he related to Bill, the guy from The Ringer? There was one reporter in this group who decided to ask Angel Reese about cackling Cam Harris. He put an extra coat of polish on this turd, hoping to make it more appealing, but to her credit, Angel Reese was smart enough to not bite into the shit sandwich. Watch for yourself.
How are you? Good.
How are you?
Nice to meet you. Good.
Nice to meet you. Vice President candidate Kamala Harris
Oh, wow.
is a woman and she's doing her thing. Her running for president. Have you got a chance to watch her? What are your thoughts on her running for political office?
I haven't been able to tap a lot into the political election and everything going on, so I'm not that educated right now, but just continue to learn and just give feedback. But everybody go out there and vote.
Well played. Very well played by Angel Reese. You wouldn't think this if you only read her tweets on Twitter, but Angel Reese, she's a very smart young woman. She knew exactly what this doofus was trying to do. He was trying to use Angel Reese for clout. He was trying to trick Angel Reese into endorsing Cam Harris. How do I know this? Because the dude who asked the question, he tweeted a headline that read, "Seems like Angel Reese has made up her choice." Made up her choice? Or made her choice? Because the only person making anything up here is you. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't hear Angel Reese endorse Cam Harris. I didn't hear Angel Reese making a choice. If anything, she basically said, I don't know shit about politics, which is always the right answer to a question when you don't know about something. If you asked me how to decorate a room, I would say, I don't know shit about decorating. This, to me, is progress for the WNBA. 4 years ago, if this same question was given to Sue Bird, Donna Taurasi, Bob Greiner, you already know what the answer would be. Girl, you know I'm voting for Cam Harris. She wants to raise our minimum wage. She wants to give us free health care. All WNBA fans, which amounts to dozens of people, we should all be voting for Cam Harris. As a result of that answer, the WNBA, they would receive praise from the mainstream media. They would be criticized by conservative media. 24 hours later, they would return to irrelevance. Angel Reese handled this perfectly. She did exactly what you're supposed to do when you're trying to appeal to everyone and when you're trying to grow your league. She didn't offend supporters of Cam Harris, and she didn't piss off supporters of Donald Trump. Angel Reese was honest and said, I don't know anything about it. The reporter who asked the question, his name is Brandon Robinson. According to his Twitter bio, Brandon, he prefers he, him pronouns. I would assume that's obvious since I have never met a woman named Brandon. Besides he, him pronouns, Brandon, he also chooses to identify as Scoop B. He claims to be a veteran reporter in basketball with over 20 years of experience covering the sport, which is strange since Angel Reese clearly had no idea who the hell he was. What I'm struggling to understand is, if you're a veteran basketball reporter, if you claim to have 2 decades of experience covering the NBA, the WNBA, why are you asking Angel Reese about Cam Harris? Not only that, your question, its delivery, it sucked. Vice presidential candidate Cam Harris is a woman. Well, no shit, she's a woman. I think that's been well established in the 60 years that she's been living on this planet. I have yet to see one person refer to Cam Harris without using she, her pronouns. Scoop B. He also claimed that Cam was running for vice president. No wonder Angel Reese was confused. She admitted that she doesn't know much about politics, but I would assume that she knew Cam was running for president. She has this doofus reporter asking, "What do you think about Cam's campaign for vice president?" Hell, I would be confused too. Unfortunately, I don't think we will ever return to the days of sports and politics being separated from each other. Normally, once something is infected with politics, it is damn near impossible to eradicate that fungus. But credit to Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark for refusing to be political. I know Angel Reese commented the other night when Michelle Obama was speaking at the DNC, but who cares? And with Caitlin Clark, no one really knows her political leanings, which is smart business because she doesn't want to alienate her supporters. But anyway, give me your thoughts on this. Angel Reese refuses to endorse Cam Harris. Me personally, I was impressed with her response. I would imagine that most veteran players in the WNBA, they are comrades for Cam. It was impressive to see Angel Reese as a rookie refusing to use her platform to influence people on a topic that she admittedly knows nothing about. Do you think this is progress for the WNBA? Is the dump trying to distance itself from politics? You tell me. Sound off in the comments below. Like, subscribe, share the video. Appreciate your support. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, and I'll see you guys later.